still got it, old man.
Help Set locate any part he might need, okay?
Next horse.
Jesus Christ, Tekla! Why aren't you asleep?
I try not to sleep. No telling if I'll ever wake up. Let me ask you something. He would not understand. Where do you go when you lose consciousness? Why even bother?
What?
Surprise, surprise. You have a brain. The brain is a biological computational device running an electrochemical process. Your consciousness is an emergent property of said process. Blank face like that of a baby. In other words, you are your electrochemical process. Fundamentally, you have the experience of a continuous existence. You are you at this point in time, the same you as you were in the past, and you have a sensation of riding along this continuum of being you into the future. Do you follow me? Doesn't look like it. Continuing. On occasion, the brain may be subjected to trauma, temporarily discontinuing the electrochemical process, such as a boxer being knocked out. As this occurs, the brain is no longer running its electrochemical consciousness-generating process. Hence, consciousness is lost. You lose consciousness. Pay attention now. At this point in time, your consciousness, all that is you, your continuum of being you, has ceased to exist in the physical world. Now, moments later, the electrochemical process may start up again, allowing consciousness to emerge out of the information stored in the brain. But I wonder, where are you in the meantime? No, it's too stupid. Must we not assume that at the point when consciousness is lost, the person dies? If a new consciousness appears or not in the same brain is entirely inconsequential to the dead consciousness. The new consciousness is simply a new person. Because it emerges from the same brain, it has access to all the memories and cognitive structures as a dead consciousness, so it thinks it is the same person, but in actuality, it is just an imposter, inheriting the body and brain from the previous, now dead inhabitant. Yes, like talking to a child.
What about the soul?
Soul. I knew he was stupid. There's no such thing as a soul. We are machines of biology, nothing more, nothing less. Idiot! The soul is simply a pointless concept dreamt up by priests and fairy tale men. You're an anomaly, you. An outlier. Useless. A laughing anus is what you are. What to make of you, I do not know. Are you here to help me?
You seem beyond help. What are you working on?
Gathering data. Nazi activity, behavioral patterns, ours, theirs, doing the math, developing predictions. Where are they allocating resources? Where will they strike next? And after that, what are the larger trends triggering their actions? Figure out what choices they will make before they make them.
You talk as if the future is inevitable, as if all our choices have already been made.
You think there is such a thing as free will? You know so little of the world. You want to be the captain of your fate, do you? This fight, you will lose. You cannot go to war against physics.
My actions are my own. I know that much.
All phenomena in the physical world follow the simple rule of cause and effect. Your brain is no exception to the rule. Know the causes, you can predict the effects. The same is true for everything.
So what's with the arsenal?
Preparing for the end. I know where my road leads, and I intend to take as many Nazis with me as I can muster.
You have any experience with firearms?
Will you teach me?
seems to be in order.
If we're going to steal a Nazi U-boat, I need Set to repair that thing on the table. Help him with his work, will you?
Someone's been studying up on helicopters.
My lord, you found it. Thank you.
Imprisoned at Eisenwald for 3 months. But he managed to escape.
Really? From Eisenwald? I heard you go there, you never come back.
It's all thanks for that big guy. Blaskowitz, they call him. Apparently he spent the last 14 years in a madhouse. I heard he was hospitalized after an injury.
But that would explain a lot, wouldn't it? You'd have to be crazy to break into both Eisenwald and Pilica. And make it back alive.
I think he's brave. Brave and crazy.
Shh, it's him.
Looks like a helicopter part. Maybe that's what the welder's being used for.
You're looking at me for answers, are you? I have answers, you ape. Real answers of importance. Meaningful answers. None of which you would like. Most of which would make you want to lay down on your back and surrender. Most of which would put a pit in your stomach. Most of which would break your heart. You should find your answers elsewhere.
do you want, Blazkowicz?
Looking for the welder. You seen it?
No, I don't think so. Oh, wait a minute. No, you're right, you're right. I was meaning to sort out the railing over by the secret fountain entrance. Fucking thing fell out of my hand into the water. I'm a bit busy at the moment, but you want the welder, you go right on ahead and start swimming. The door to the secret fountain entrance is in the main room behind the table. Go over there and you should find the welder somewhere down in the water somewhere. Tekla, you know that. Always thinking of others. Doing your best to lighten the burden of those around you. I don't know how on God's green earth I could do this without breaking my sodden back if you didn't pitch in. I mean, look at you, eh? All sleeves rolled up, striding to work like... You won't rest until what needs doing is done, eh? Tell me, you never get trapped in your own insane mind now, do you? Marvelous. Bloody fucking marvelous. Perhaps you should take a wee break there, Tekla. You know, you could get nasty, pus-filled blisters on the soles of your feet. Or develop the mother of all pains in your back that hurts so fucking much you want to stab your own eyeballs out with whatever utensils within arm's reach just for a wee moment's distraction. No, I'm doing fine, really. Fucking Christ almighty!
That looks incredibly inefficient, Fergus. Why? Do you need my help?
No, I'm fine.
Good. Did you ever stop to realize that the past, present, and future are the same equation for all people and all things? Hmm? The calculations have already been made and they are not going to be changing, given all the variables and the proper methodology, obviously, of course. All future events are as predictable as the sunrise. Are you following this?
Aye. What will happen, eh? Is this what you're telling me?
Oh, I suppose, if naively described by a complete idiot. Well, I'm working the math, Mr. Fergus Breed. I know things about the future. You people are merely wandering the darkness, utterly ignorant as to whether the sun will rise tomorrow.
Just tell me, Professor, are we going to win this fight?
Are you attempting to anger me? Can you even begin to comprehend the volume of data I would require to perform such a calculation? I could fill the whole of Berlin with variables on variables and still have nowhere near... Why am I even explaining this? It's just a waste of time. I can tell you that Captain William Joseph Blazkowicz has an impact on some larger threats.
Oh, really now? How did you manage to gather all the variables to reach that conclusion, hmm? Might it have something to do with his ability to execute missions never before dreamed of? Or perhaps it's his ability to remain calm under the most disturbing of circumstances. Or it could be his incredibly attuned sense of aggression. No! Wait, I've got it. It could be the fact that he's the biggest goddamn Nazi killing machine ever to walk the planet Earth. Yeah? I could have performed that calculation with my arse.
There you go again, provoking me for no reason. By the way, you should stack the crate's short end facing the door if you care about space optimization. He doesn't. Nobody ever cares about important things. You heard what Fergus said. Go to the room where all the people are and head out the yellow door and start swimming. Why are there so many people here? They talk and eat and look so stupid when they sleep. Encroaching on my headspace is what they are doing all the time.
Sorry, pal. Don't mean to, derail your train of thought, but I need to get through that door.
Doc, please. What I think about, I'd rather not think about.
That bad, huh?
Jay would think that when Jay seen what I have, your mind would break like an egg. How come it has not? Or maybe it has begun already and I just don't know it.
World changing. No matter who you are or what you're made of. Thing is, you and me, we just gotta ride the whirlwind. make it through to the other side.
And kill all the Nazis?
And kill all the Nazis.
I will drink with you in celebration, Veneer, that time comes.
You're on.
Haustür geklopft hat. Durch das Fenster geschaut und gesehen, wie ein paar schwarz gekleidete Männer mit den Nachbarn redeten. Die Frau weinte mit ihrem Neugeborenen auf dem Arm. Und dann bin ich wieder ins Bett. Und ich konnte wegen des Lärms nebenan eine Weile nicht einschlafen. Am nächsten Morgen waren sie weg. Die ganze Familie. Einfach so.
Was haben Sie getan?
Keine Ahnung. Ich weiß nicht, was?
Wir dürfen nicht auffallen. Nur eine verdorbene Frucht und der ganze Korb ist hinüber.
Die letzte Terroristenzelle vor über einem Jahr vollständig ausgelöscht wurde. Ach ja, weißt du schon? Es soll doch richtig schön sein. Sie haben begonnen, eine neue, wunderschöne Stadt auf den Trümmern aufzubauen. Wir sollten in ein paar Jahren noch hinziehen, wenn alles fertig ist. Da blicken coole Geschäfte.
Ach, der Junge, der Tagland ist. Und nur die Hälfte ist wahr.
gegen diese Terroristen. In letzter Zeit sind verdammt viele Soldaten in den Straßen unterwegs, nicht wahr? Ja, man sollte annehmen, dass sie die nötigen Kräfte haben, um dieses Ungeziefer auszurotten. Sie verstecken sich bestimmt irgendwo in den Bergen, vielleicht in den Alpen. Man hört ja so manches auf der Fahrt. Ja, vielleicht.
ihn durchs Fenster beobachtet. Er hat den Lippenstift seiner Mutter ausprobiert.
Gnädige Frau, ich kann solche Dinge nicht entscheiden. Wenden Sie sich bitte an das Bürgerinformationsbüro, ja? Wissen Sie, wo es ist? Einfach die Straße runter und dann links, ein braunes Haus. Sie können es nicht verfehlen. Dort können Sie das melden. Einen schönen Tag noch.
Na gut. Vielen Dank, Herr Offizier.
All that work for a lousy welder. Next time you go get it, Fergus.
If we're going to steal a Nazi U-boat, I need Set to repair that thing on the table. Help him with his work, will you?
Captain Blazkowicz, thank you. Thank you for leading me back to my wife. I had lost her. I have lost so many.
Isha koach, Shimshon. Isha koach. That's all I need. Or actually, would you deliver this note to Anya? She will need the frequency of the transponder to track the thing.
Like I'm the goddamn errand boy.
William. Do you have a moment?
du Platzgewitz gesehen? Schon wieder mit dieser Unsinn. Mein Gott, was ist nur los mit diesen Leuten?
I want this. With you. Like this. Always.
It will happen, William. Believe it.
Finish up your dirty laundry. We're leaving.
But not today.
Listen to my voice, Blazkowicz. Where you are now, inside sewage tunnels, the intestinal tracts of the city, and deeper below, the Berlin catacombs, the vast complex, the most secure site in all Berlin, the central munition stockpile of the Nazi regime, the things we could do with those weapons. Riot. We revolt. This access route is waterlogged, impenetrable to outsiders. There's only one way to breach across the perimeter. It's a tunnel glider. The Nazis use them for maintenance down there. We've been trying for years to bring it up to working order. This is the first phase of the plan to gain access to Set's underwater safekeep. Use the tunnel glider to find a way into the weapons depot in the Berlin catacombs. Anya has agreed to track your position over the transponder and provide tactical support. Good luck there, Blazkowicz. These are deep waters.
William, can you hear me? You have to make your way all the way through the sewer tunnels and into the Berlin catacombs. I'll try to guide you through. To neutralize obstacles in your way. Don't lose track of the tunnel glider. It's your only source of oxygen.
I was a kid, and the red tide was rising. Went in the water on account of disobeying Father. Felt like my skin was on fire. Like my skin was on fire.
You are right underneath the Eisenwald prison now. Caroline told me a few inmates tried to escape through the sewer system with some valuables a few years ago. They didn't make it very far.
Years old, from the pond by the stables, came up covered in leeches.
William, I have something I want to tell you. I've been reading this diary my grandmother gave me. It's my cousin Ramona's diary. She used to work with us at the asylum. She's dead now, but she had many secrets inside of her. And there was no one she could trust to keep them. So she wrote them all down. I will radio the diary entries to your audio log. If you find the time, you can listen. It's in Polish, but I'll translate. Ramona writes, May 11th, 1940. I've only been back home for 3 days, and now the Nazis have arrived in town. They killed Jakub Brozek. He was shot in the head. His horse was blocking the road.
He taught me how to French kiss. I'm going to do something about this situation.
Swam many a water in my days, none as cold as this.
Regulate overflow. You will have to find a way to reach the platform on the other side. Look for some mechanism to fill the basin with water. It will have to be all the way to the top for you to swim across. May 12, 1940. The Nazis have taken over the police station. They're asking local people to volunteer for service. I'm going to volunteer. I'm going to find a way to kill them. Well done. For the last section, you will have to swim. The catacombs are closed. May 18th, 1940. Daytime, I care for the sick working at the asylum. On the evenings, I go to town to prepare supper for the Nazis at the police station. They seem to trust me. I think I can lure one of them away. If I can get a Nazi alone, I think I can kill him. I have never killed anyone. I don't know how to fight or fire a weapon. I will have to be smart about it. I miss the university. Perhaps what I'm about to do will be a learning experience.
Swam across Forney Lake on a bed over 10 soldiers. It wasn't as dark as this.
June 25, 1940. The Nazi appears to have a very high opinion of his mother. I learned this as he was bleeding to death at the end of my knife in the outhouse next to the bakery. Muti, Muti, he whimpered. My hands were shaking, nearly dropped my knife. I had told him I would kiss him, and he let me lead him outside into the night. November 29th, 1940. The Nazi appears to love his sausage. I learned this as he kept on eating his supper, even though the cyanide must have ruined the flavor. His eyes rolled back, all white, yet he kept chewing. The cyanide I stole from my mother's cabinet. At times, I am struck with pangs of remorse. But then, I think of Jakub Brozek.
Age 19, dove down the well to salvage Father's watch, but it wasn't as deep as this.